Hey, what's happening, nation? It's Joku. Wanted to come out and tonight and take a look at this offense. I know a lot of people have been talking about this. The Raiders, a lot of the insiders have been saying that the Raiders have been looking at Juju. I'm not a big fan of this, so I drew it up. I want to see what it looked like on paper. I really hope we do not pull this move off. I'm going to be pretty open about that. But I just want to get your guys' thoughts on it and see what you think about it. The offense in a whole looks pretty good. I'm not too concerned about it. It's just what Juju brings to this team is not what we need. I'd really rather see the youth of this team try to take over, try to get a good push on it, and just see if Edwards and Ruggs and Renfro can really be the guys that have a shot to take this team over. I understand we need that veteran leadership, but if you keep Nelly, then you have that, because from everything I've been seeing, Ty Williams is definitely going to be released off of this team. That's a huge chunk of money for us. And then, real quick, just before we really jump into it, I've been struggling with the defensive side of it, man. I've been going back and forth. A ton of you guys hit me up, and you were like, no, we do not want Richard Sherman. A lot of you guys did, but most of you did not. So I was going through, Patrick Peterson's asking like $11 million per year. There's no chance we're going to be able to afford that. A.J. Boyer's going to have a suspension that he's still going to be riding starting next season, so that kind of was a wash. I was kind of going down that cornerback list, so just let me know what you think about those cornerbacks, and if I know we need to bring one in, and we desperately need to bring in a safety. A lot of you guys said that the Jets were going to re-sign May because they have so much money, but May is completely unrestricted, so I really don't think he wants to stay in New York. If he has a shot to go to a winning team and a winning culture, he's going to take that. I understand that we're not a winning culture right now, but we're headed in the right direction, so he might want to be a part of that. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you're new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. I really do appreciate that. But let's jump into this offense, man. I had Waller at first lined up on the outside, and then I kind of had Edwards playing that slot, and it was kind of lined up as like a 4 wide receiver with Edwards and Ruggs kind of working the middle, and then Waller and Juju on the outside. I like the sets where Waller's playing the outside wide receiver position. I really think he could fill in as like that number 1. I understand he gets better looks lined up as that tight end, but his ability to shuffle around really helps us out and really makes things look a lot better. So, I don't know. If you guys want to see some different setups like this, let me know. If you want to see some of these dudes moved around, let me know. But I'm going to jump into your comments, just kind of get your feel for it. Costas, what's up, man? I'm glad you make it out. Tragedy, how's it going, man? Appreciate you, Costas. Anthony, what's good, dude? Tupac, what's happening, man? Oh, J-Code, what's happening? Mike, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it out. I don't have a good feeling about you. I don't either, man. I really don't. But there's been so much talk about it, and since the people are reporting it, and I mean, everybody's trying to throw everybody off, like what they're actually going to do. But I think there's a hell of a lot. I would rather have T.Y. Hilton. I'd rather have Allen Robinson. I'd rather have a pile full of bricks than have Juju on this team playing our outside wide receiver position. He's going to be a ton of money, and he's not going to live up to the hype, dude. He's just not. I understand you look at his stats. He's been doing decent year to year. I don't know. The whole damn thing pisses me off, man. Seems like every free agent is rumored to be coming to the dark side. I just want to pick up somebody that's going to come in producing. Not Watts. He's just another Witten. Somebody in their prime. Tupac, I completely agree. Man, you know how it is during the offseason, dude. And for as much as I love these guys, every person that gets released, like the way it is looking right now, Russell Wilson's going to be our starting quarterback, and Carson Wentz is going to be backing him up. And it kills me, dude. I like seeing it. I might draw up one of these videos where like all these dudes just magically end up on the Raiders. I will tell you though, real quick, we are taking calls for a trade for that quarterback position, but it is sure as hell not going to be Derek Carr. But Mariota is getting some calls, man. And I'll tell you right now, it blows my mind that we might be able to get like a 2nd round pick for Mariota. And I'd take that all damn day. I'd honestly take a 3rd round pick for Mariota. And it's really just cool to see. I want to see him stick around. I really think us signing Peterman was a sign that we were really going to be shopping around Mariota and then maybe bringing in a rookie or bringing in a free agent through. I just don't know, man. Rather have Edwards get more snaps. I'd love to see Edwards get more snaps. It's what I'm dying to see. Or just get the damn ball in his hands. That's all I don't know. You can blame it on whatever you want, dude, but that dude deserves to have more looks. Like, it pisses me off. But hopefully with Williams being off the team, and then we'll have to see what happens with Aguilar. I'd like to see a youth movement just kind of take it over. I think Carr's going to start to build some chemistry with these guys. And Nelly, for as good as Nelly is just streaking the field, he's not good at catching those slant routes and getting you like 10 to 12 catches a game and being that number 1 dude. And I understand that we have Waller, and Waller is that number 1 guy for us. But I want to see our receivers get more involved in this freaking offense, man. I don't want Juju either. No, dude. Need a good right tackle to cut Brown and resolve what's going on with Richie. Here's what I was reading earlier, and I shuffled around that offensive line a little bit. I put Simpson in there as the starter. I moved Good to the tackle position. I understand that Good will probably play that tackle position, or will probably play that guard position, and Simpson will be just kind of the depth piece there, and I totally agree with that. I'm not worried. But if you go out there and you get a right tackle in the draft, then you have a rookie right tackle, and then if Good goes down, you got a rookie and Simpson playing right next to each other on that right side. That's going to be rough, man. That kind of scared the hell out of me. But I liked the way this offensive line looked. It's a lot younger. It's a lot faster. These guys are strong. I'm really hoping they can come together and play as a unit, like week to week, and where we don't have a busted-ass offensive line every damn time we play a game. That's slowly driving me insane. Joku, tell everyone to watch my Williams video. It can be done. Dude, all right, go check out Watts' Williams video. Are you sure you're talking about the defensive Williams? Because there's no chance that Ty's coming back on this team. I will go check it out. I'll check it out right after this, Watts. For free safety, either Anthony Harris or Marcus Williams. Anthony Harris is another one, dude. That dude is asking an arm and a leg. That's the reason I ended up pulling May in instead of having Anthony Harris, because that dude, he wants a ton of money, man. 805, what's good, dude? Michael, I appreciate it, man. Juju's the main question mark out there. I don't know. I don't want to see it happen. Corey Davis is better than Juju. Juju was playing slot in Pittsburgh. I'll give you that. He was playing the slot in Pittsburgh. There's a lot of dudes out there that are better than Juju. And Juju's going to cost somebody a hell of a lot of money, man. Take Juju off the screen and put Nelly up there. I can do that real quick. Let me pop him down. Shrink him down to size. It's about the size he needs to be in real life. Pull Nelly. And like that, man. I like that. There's no change. Carr keeps that chemistry going year to year. That's something that David has not had in such a long time, and I would love to see it happen for him. So hopefully it does end up just like this. I would love to see this get Juju's ass off that board. And then, I mean, I'll take it, man. I'll take it all day. I just don't... If this was the situation, I would be banking on a dude like Edwards to step up and kind of be that across the middle slot guy, not slot guy, but across the middle slant guy, instead of just being like a deep threat to hit those one-on-ones and to take that shots. And then you do, man. You stick Ruggs over in the slot, or you rotate in Renfro, you pull Waller out and you stick Renfro in there. Honestly, you can keep Waller in there, pull Josh Jacobs, stick Renfro on the field, and then you are fast as shit on the offensive side of the ball. You're completely spread out, and Carr would just exploit teams doing that. I still have no idea why we did not pull that off. Or you can move Waller to the outside, bring Moreau in there, because I really think Foster Moreau is going to end up bouncing back. Dude, there's so much you can do with this shit. It drives me insane. Oh, man, I just bounced the ball. Let me jump back up here real quick. We should either bring back Aguilar or draft another speedy wide receiver for the 4 wide receiver sets. We don't line up in them enough, and it drives me insane because we would thrive in that offensive setup, but we're going to continue with these big sets. It's going to be the 2 tight ends, maybe 2 tight ends, and then Ingold and Jacobs in the backfield with 1 wide receiver on the outside. Carr can do that, and Carr can read the defense and make a play happen out of that. But if you give Carr like a true spread offense, he's going to light some shit up, dude. I'm telling you right now, he's going to. Corey Davis, he's another one, dude. He's a number 2. Corey Davis is a baller. Emmanuel Sanders, I really think is past his prime. I know what he's been doing in New Orleans, but I don't know, dude. I think Emmanuel Sanders' days are slowly coming to an end. Are we going to re-sign Devontae Booker? If not, who's going to be Josh Jacobs' backup? I really don't think we're going to re-sign Devontae Booker. In my personal opinion, I would say no. There's no telling what these guys are actually going to do. But if you don't, Rashard's another dude that if we end up moving on from Rashard and keeping Booker, we could end up saving like $2.8 million, I think it was, which isn't a huge chunk of money. But if we need to rebuild this defense, you need to open up as many possibilities as you possibly can. That's why a dude like Richie leaving, I think that was another $6 or $7 million for us if he ends up retiring or we just don't bring him back. And then, I mean, with Trent Brown, I mean, there's options where we can get up to like 35 or 40 million and just open cap. But you're talking about getting rid of some dudes that some are starting pieces to where you have to fill that hole immediately, but other ones are where you're losing like a good chunk of your depth. And that was one of the highest points that I had on this team last year, was the fact that we finally had some depth that could come in there and lead us when people started going down, because we're going to get bit by that injury bug, and we're going to go into some games completely decimated out there. Leonard Williams to the team with Hurst to bring all the practice squad. Man, Costas, those practice squad DTs were playing a hell of a lot better than everybody. Le'Veon Bell on a cheap deal. Dominic, man, I'm telling you, I would take Le'Veon Bell on a cheap deal. I think that dude is pissed off right now. I really think that if you brought him in to be a spellback, you get the exact same production out of him that you got out of, Leonard Fournette over in Tampa. I think it would be something very similar to that. And I'm telling you, dude, I would not scoff at that at all. Russell Wilson would be a dream. Love to see Fournette. I don't know, dude. I know they were all just riding that Super Bowl high, but he was talking about how none of those dudes were going anywhere. Don't we always fail with the Steeler wide receivers? It seems like a trend at this point. We had the White Tiger before, and now we're moving in. I don't even want to touch Juju, man. I just want to get your guys' opinions on it, and this pretty much went exactly like I was going to. A fourth. We had getting Wilson. We got a fourth. And there's no freaking chance we're getting Wilson, dude. We're going to end up getting Nathan Peterman as our backup, somebody playing behind Peterman, and then we're going to have Carr starting next season and probably the foreseeable future because I see him being extended pretty damn soon. Russell Wilson on the Raider is a bad mushroom trip. You're damn straight about that, Reese. Be chasing something around your backyard. Juju isn't what we need. He's not. No, we need to focus everything on the defense. No, we don't have the cap for that, dude, at all. We would save on cap if we plug in Lester Cotton, and we did. Mark Twain, you were right about that. We just signed Lester Cotton back to this team. Once again, he keeps getting released and brought back or put on the practice squad and then brought back. If you're going to keep doing this, man, give him a shot. Let him get out there and hit the field. I think in the time, it's been 2 or 3 seasons that we've been playing this game with Lester Cotton. I think he's played 1 or 2, actually played in 1 or 2 games. I mean, he showed up. Nobody had any, really sitting there bitching about him. Give him a true shot. Why, when a player is disgruntled, the team is linked to the Raiders? Every single time, dude. Every single time. Right tackle will be Gabe Jackson. No, dude, we're going to keep Gabe Jackson at that guard spot, guaranteed. Gabe Jackson is not moving to a tackle. Good has proven he can play that tackle position, but I still wouldn't want him as my starter, and I don't want Brandon Parker as my starter. Sam Young's ass better be gone off this team. And then, we all saw the video out there of Trent Brown working that little stair climber, going as fast as he could, trying to put in some work. If he's going to put in the work and he can come back on this team and be our starting right tackle, I would take it just because he is such a beast when he's actually playing in a game. But the fact that he does not play in so many of our games just kind of kills us. It's because we know it'll get the attention. We have that is very true. Diego, what's up, dude? King, what's going on? JJ Watt to the Raiders. JJ Watt's going to Pittsburgh to play with his brother. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. And the fact that him and the Texans are mutually parted ways. He's going to go out there. Somebody's going to overpay him, but I really think he'd take a friendly contract to end up in Pittsburgh just so he could end up playing 1 or 2 more seasons across from his brother and just kind of have the Watt connection. He's going to end up getting hurt again. I do not want to see him brought onto this team for any damn reason, especially if he's one of those dudes looking for a huge payday out there. Shit. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back up. I accidentally scrolled instead of moving my little thing. No Juju. Juju's another diva. I completely agree with you guys. Edwards, Ruggs, Renfro need more looks. Yes, give him the damn ball. Give him let this youth movement that you have drafted and brought onto this team take this team over and start rolling forward. Marcus Williams is a tall safety that might be able to grab him cheaper than a top safety. But Watts, I don't know that name off the top of my head. Is he the type of dude that can go out there and play that single high safety? Because that's desperately what this team needs right now. We could get Barrymore on this team with Hurst in the draft. May not be available when we draft 17. Still feel a lot more comfortable starting rookie DTs versus a rookie free safety. I completely agree with that. A rookie free safety is going to end up getting torched a few times, especially when you're going against the teams that we are. And I know that's a completely off subject, but I've heard a lot of people talking about Watson really wants to go to Denver. And if Watson goes to Denver and then Herbert's in with the Chargers and then you have Mahomes, that we're going to become obsolete. I'll tell you, that'll be like the best quarterbacks in the league all in one division, but that sure as shit will not make us obsolete. We've proven we can go toe-to-toe with anybody. We just have to have a defense that can close these games out. From New Orleans, you're talking Marcus Williams? The old... Dude, good with Parker? Man, that's a tough one. Parker's one of those guys, man, he shined. He came out, he did terrible. Then he shined for 2 games, and he kind of regressed and went back. I really think if you got him in the rotation, he was playing on a pretty consistent basis. He would end up looking decent, but at the same time, you could not have him as your starter on the field. I'm not comfortable at all with that. I don't think Carr would be. I think you'd end up seeing that right side get more lit up than if Sam Young was playing. Leonard Williams all day? Yes, dude. Leonard Williams all damn day. Von Miller on a 1-year deal. He's another one, man. He's going to be coming off that injury, so he might sign cheap. He might come to Vegas, but I just don't know if he would. Shelby Harris is another one I've seen thrown around a lot. So, I don't know. We need a defensive tackle just because Malik Collins proved that he is not it. He's not going to end up coming back to this team. You got Hankins, who I think is definitely sticking around. I think Hurst is going to stick around. But we have to bring in that other stud. Malik Hooker will be a low-risk, high-reward signing at safety. Dominic, I'll look into him, see if I can draw it up for you. Not as a starter for Parker unless he shows a lot more consistency in training camp. No guarantee of that. No, there is not. I'd like him as a backup, being able to play either side to get us through a game or two as like a Band-Aid. But I do not want to see that dude taking on a role where he's playing either starting or playing like 5 to 6 games. We need a tall wide receiver. It's just not just about speed. I know that. That's another reason. I'm really hoping Edwards can become that guy that's really cutting across and being that, like, making those slants, making those hard catches, getting those little one-on-one out balls right on the sidelines. And, I mean, we've seen him in the red zone. He can be that threat for us as well. David, no Juju? Yes, thank you. What about Trent Williams at $8 million? If Trent was willing to renegotiate that contract down to like $8 million, I'd take that all day. I just don't know if he'd be willing to do that, man. Trent Williams is old, though. Yeah. Cotton Sr., yes. That's the one that we just got back. Yes. Oh, dude. Spread coast offense, like Carr, Favre in the league. Let him air it out. I would love it. I'd love every damn second of it. What's going on with Vaughn? Doesn't he have some investigation or something? I do not know about that. Cotton is a guard. But if you put Cotton in there, then you could end up moving good to that outside position because he has played it and be able to save money across that offensive line and put that towards the defense. With Carr's quick release, man, you just got to buy him a couple seconds. Need a right tackle desperately. Draft a right tackle. We might go right tackle at 17. There's a real possibility of that. As much as I would hate that and it would drive me insane. But, I mean, sometimes you just got to take, like, one of those best offensive linemen off the board, and then you get a dude like Colton Miller that's going to be your left tackle or your right tackle for the foreseeable future if they can stay healthy and make the impact. Corey Davis broke out this... Oh, Bell lost a step. He did lose a step, but if he can come in there and just kind of be that backup dude, I would take that. Keep Trent then. He has been working out hard. Man, he's been going at it. And honestly, dude, if you looked at that tape, he did look like he was actually slimmed down a pretty damn good bit. I know a lot of this noise has had to have gotten into his head. You know he's pissed off. You know he has a chip on his shoulder. But you know he's riding that fat-ass contract. And if he's not going to be willing to take a cut on that and comes out, we were like, no, we're going to give him one more shot. We're going to keep it. And then he comes out, and in the first 2 to 3 weeks, he ends up getting hurt and blowing out his knee. We're completely screwed. Like, completely screwed. And we have a ton of money locked up in a dude that's riding the bench. And it's, oh, God, dude. Second round, Samuel Cosme. I'll have to look into him, too. Don't want to start a rookie right tackle. I didn't want to start a rookie left tackle, man. And Colton Miller paid for it that first year. But kind of getting thrown into the fire. He had some games where he carried us through. But if it comes down to a rookie right tackle or Sam Young or Brandon Parker, I'm going to take that rookie and see what I have with it. Slater at right tackle, that's a real possibility. I hope Leonard Williams is the number one target. We can make that happen. Anyone see Watts' breakdown? Shout out Watts. I was just talking about that earlier. Definitely go check that out. I want to see what he has to say about that because I know, like, I ran the numbers on that. I know we can make that happen. We started Colton Miller. That's what I'm saying. We started Colton Miller. He took his bumps and he learned from it. And he came back better than ever because of it. You think we might pick up J.J. Watt? I really hope we don't. I really think he's going to Pittsburgh. That's going to be my honest opinion on that. Love to get a right tackle in the draft, learn the position, maybe start next year. Then you are keeping Trent for this season. And then if he goes down, that rookie's going to be playing either way. I saw Callie. What's going on? Caught you live. Love the show. Seen you on the Pillaging podcast. Yeah, I love those dudes. Those 3 guys. And then when Kane's on there, it's 4 of them. Those dudes crack me up, man. That is a real legit Raiders channel. I truly enjoy them, man. I try to check out all their shows. Put Peterman at right tackle. He could do it. There's not a doubt in my mind Peterman could hold down that right tackle position. Look at the injury. No, dude, his injury. A lot of these dudes, man, their injury history is insane. We also don't need to spend $8 million on old tackles. No, we do not. That's just driving me insane. Crosby, Big Cat, DT, Farrell. Yes, dude. That's pretty much the lineup I had across the board when I was doing that 3-4. I'm gonna end up making the 4-3 video. I was just kind of struggling with it. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty much the exact same defensive line that I had when I was setting up that 4-3. It's just when I got into that safety position and when I got into the linebackers, I was kind of torn, man, just to see what would happen. But it's going to end up being that defense, so we need to take a serious look at it. Delvin Tomlinson, nice. Guard I believe Colton Miller is on a contract year, but this next year, like 2021, will be his contract year. Does anyone know what the team tried to trade for Carr during the season and called twice for him? Wiggly Sticks, I do not know that. The last I heard, the Raiders were just turning down every call for Carr, but they were fully accepting calls for Mariota. And I'll take it, man. I want Marcus May at free safety and Tomlinson at the defensive tackle. Champion, what's happening? That's a beautiful lineup right there. If we could pull that off, which is a very, very real possibility, I would take that in a damn heartbeat. If you can't get a vet tackle for around $5 million, if you can still draft one, yes. And I mean, we have to free up $10 million just to be able to sign the rookies and have like our rookie draft. And that's not going to be a problem. That's 1 or 2 moves, but you're going to have to bring in some dudes, man. What do you think of Anderson at wide receiver? Are you talking Anderson that just moved on from, just got traded last year or just went to free agency last year? Which Anderson? We need to declare on Miller before the season starts. I don't know about Vaughn, man. We should draft Kenneth Gainwell, Speedster wide receiver running back out of Memphis in the 3rd round. As long as it does not end up like, what's his name, to where we end up signing him and then cutting him before the season starts and then somebody else picks him up. That drive me insane. Sell Melvin Ingram. Melvin Ingram, his injury woes are just too much for me. I understand that there's a real shot of that happening because Gus Bradley would want to bring him over maybe on just a 1 year. Just kind of bring it out, teach these young kids how the defense works. And if you can get him for a decent price, I would take it, but I do not want to get him and then bank on him. His stats last year were crap, man. Ingram finish maybe is cheap enough. If it's cheap enough, that would be it, dude. Marcus Williams is a cover safety. I will take that then because we have to have that single high safety over the top. Sign Melvin Ingram and Mark Ingram. I do not want Mark Ingram as anywhere near this team. That dude lost his job to 2 younger running backs. That is what it is. I do not want to see an old washed-up running back brought onto this team. Mark Ingram he was like that guy that kind of got beat out by Kamara, so then he ended up going to Baltimore, then he got beat out again. It's coming to an end for him, man. The dude's had a great career. I got a lot of respect for him, but I mean, it is what it is when it comes to that. Hunter Renfrow is the most underrated punt returner in the NFL. That dude is so damn sneaky, man. It's like so sneaky. He'll catch that ball with somebody 2 steps in front of him, make one little move, and that dude's just 5 yards past him, and he's making a move. Dude, I like him as punt returner. It scares the hell out of me every time he's going to return one, but I'll take it. Single high safety, Sherman. I just don't know if Sherman he'd be able to read it. I just don't know if he was in the single high safety and you had Hardman on one side and you had Tyreek Hill on the other, and they both ended up streaking, and he had to pick one. If he's 1 step off, he's not catching either one of those guys. And that's why I want to get somebody that's younger that can not necessarily like keep up with them, but stay with them enough to where they can play that. Because you got to be able to go from one side of the field to the other and just kind of make that read. And if you're wrong on that read, you're putting somebody in single coverage, and there's a shot they get took, man. We need a cover safety. We need a true cover safety. Derek Carr is a hot QB. Raiders have declined multiple offers. Just Washington trying to make a huge push for Carr. Seems like every offseason this is a conversation. It is every damn season. Because Derek Carr will never get the respect that he truly deserves. So for anybody that doubts Derek Carr, ask yourself why so many freaking teams are calling about Derek Carr. Because he has the potential. He's not the problem on this team. Gruden screwed us with Sherman, man. There's a real possibility that he did. I'm not going to lie. If the more that people keep talking about that, I think if we don't bring Sherman onto this team, it'll just kind of fade away. But if we end up signing Sherman, you're going to see the Raiders take a blow from that. I guarantee it. Or blow the budget on Harris. Do not blow the budget on Harris, man. Do not. Oh, Alejandro from Pitt. I like him, dude. I'm not going to lie. I do like him. I hope we keep Keyshawn Nixon for the gunner and punt teams. He makes big plays there. I think Nixon's going to end up sticking around. I really like him. I think that maybe in a new system with an actual real defensive coordinator kind of coaching these guys, it'll make a big difference. So hopefully he sticks around. Because I mean, he showed flashes, man. For the past 2 seasons, he's shown some flashes. So if Gus can capitalize on that, I'll take it. I'll take it all damn day. Don't forget to hit that like. Appreciate you, Costas. It's good safeties in the draft. There are a few good safeties in the draft. I just don't want to see us draft one high and then have him starting right out the rip. Shelby Harris is happy in Denver. I think he is happy in Denver. He's been here. He's been washed out of here, and now he's showing up everywhere. It's kind of the way it goes. Marcus Williams will be about $9 million. Harris is going to be 14 to 15. That is a true fact. Derek Carr is like Mike Jones right now. No, I do not want to start a rookie free safety. I said Williams was cheaper. Yes. May, I'm still sticking with. In my heart of hearts, dude, I'd love to see May brought onto this team. Anthony Harris in Minnesota, yeah, he's going to be available, man. That dude's asking for a big chunk of money. May is greater than Williams. Marcus May looks short. How tall is he? I'd have to look it up. I don't have it right in front of me. I had it wrote down when I was doing that defensive video, but I tossed that piece of paper. I think Trent should work here for free for a year. Yeah, I'll give you that. May will cost more. And statistically, no, Marcus Williams is better. Joku talking about the offensive lineman. I do not want to see Trent Brown back on this team. Do you know who Taylor Morton, offensive tackle from Carolina, who's a free agent? He's proven himself the last few years. Robert Darr, I do know him. He was one of the dudes that's honestly he's edging up more and more towards the top of the free agent list as far as the tackles go. I really think we could end up locking him down for something that's pretty much half of what you're paying Trent Brown. And I think he'd be able to solidify that right tackle position. And then we'd have some good depth behind it. We could just move on from that. Hopefully we pull that off, man. Oh, D-Mag, what's happening, man? Height don't matter. Hell, Eric Harris was 6'2", 6'3", and was terrible. You cannot argue that, Dominic. I think Trent should play for free for 1 year. He should play free for the rest of his career if he stays with us. May is 6 foot. I think he was 6 foot from what I remember. I think he was like 6 foot, like 205 or 210. Gabe Jackson, Trent Brown, R.I. and send Leonard Williams. Willie, I'll give you that, man. That was... I don't know. I don't want to get rid of Gabe Jackson. He's a big one for me. Richie Incognito, I think, is going to end up being gone. Trent Brown, I'm pretty sure, is going to end up being gone from this team just for a financial standpoint, if nothing else. Incognito, I'm pretty sure, is going to retire. He's going to be 38, man. 38. He just had pretty much a season-ending injury. I don't see him coming back. Gabe Jackson, I think we need to hang on to and just kind of let him keep riding for a minute. Marcus Williams and Anthony Harris are 6'1", 6'2". Williams' heart is in question, in my opinion. Oh, man, that's ballsy, champion. I'll give you that. SG in the building. Sebastian, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it out. I would be down for Mark and Melvin coming over. I would take Melvin, man. I'm not taking Mark. Coaches can determine heart. I'll give you that. But if we have Abrams, Roman, and we need to cover safety high and tackling, and what we need, that is, dude, we need that single high cover safety. Gus is going to be searching for that as much as he's going to be searching for his Leo. Anthony Harris, low-key, had a bad year this year. I'll give you that, but that dude's still going to end up getting paid by somebody. We draft the Texan Longhorn tackle at 17, or Wyatt Davis. That Longhorns tackle, that kid is a beast. Like, he is huge. You'd have two, like, true damn anchors as your tackle positions. Harris was a terrible tackler. This past year he had some big hits before that, man. I don't know if he was playing injured and just didn't say anything or if he's just really has declined. I do not want to see us blow a huge chunk of money on him. What lineman you want? I don't know. It's tough, dude. I just want to see something happen at that right tackle position. That's my biggest concern because you have good. He can play that guard. You got Simpson backing him up. We got a backup for Hudson. We have the swing tackle in Parker, but we need that starting right tackle, and I do not want it to be anybody that's currently on this team. And I say that openly. I think free safety, we chase our Marcus Williams and Anthony Harris. I don't want Harris, dude. Marcus Williams, I would look into. May as a leader. Williams, yeah, May. I like May, man. We need Marcus May. Thank you. I will take it all damn day. We don't have $20 million to spare. No, we do not. We have to be able to play this pretty cool, and just be able to work that money in. I like the defensive tackles in free agency. There's a few good ones. I was going through the defensive tackles. The only thing about that is a few of those dudes that are at the top of that list are going to be asking for a ton of money. And I know a lot of you guys were like, Leonard Williams is not going to be the answer. He's not going to be that guy that can come in. $11 million is too much. And I don't know, that dude coming off a hell of a year. If he can keep that momentum going and be on a team to where he's getting coached up well, I think he'd continue to carry that. And if the fact that he wanted to be a Raider, I think goes into a lot of it. So I'd take it. I think 11 million is a little high for him, but the dude's going to get it from somebody. We have to start making these splashes. We have to. Simmons for free safety and Williams for defensive tackle. Draft a right tackle at 17. Get a defensive tackle and linebacker the next 2 picks. Simmons is asking a freaking shit ton of money. There is no other way to put it. I don't have it pulled up right. It's like 17, 18 million a year. We won't have the money to pull that off, man. Waller played safety before. May's going to want that money. I'd rather get Williams. May is going to try to get paid. I will give you that. But from what I read, dude, he's going to be asking $8 million. And I really think we could pull that off. And that was with us taking Sherman at $7 million and Williams at $11 million. So, I mean, we were looking at $22 million just combined with those guys. And we were able to make it work by just releasing. We traded Mariota. We got rid of Trent Brown. And then Ty Williams. And then we had that money to get all those dudes on this team. It was a real easy fix. I'm really hoping they pull that off. Defensive end and linebacker, I meant. Oh, Joshua, what's happening, dude? At 17, I still want that linebacker out of Notre Dame. I want that kid so damn bad. Simmons most likely getting franchise tagged. I thought he got franchise tagged last year. I thought he was unrestricted this year. I might be wrong about that. One in the shorter. Yeah, it's been... Oh, man, James, what's going on, dude? I'm glad you made it out to the live, dude. Oh, Andrew, what's happening? Made it a little late. No worries, dude. We're just talking a little bit of offense. Cut Richie and trade Trent. Richie, I think, is going to retire, Dan. And I don't know if you can get somebody to trade for Trent. I think your best bet's just to release him. Somebody else will pick him up. He's not going to end up getting the payday that he's been getting from us. And if he works out for him, great. If he doesn't, oh well. So let's see what happens. Didn't Tomlinson play for the Chargers? Yes. Yes, he did. If you're talking LaDainian, yes. Let Richie declare if he's playing. Cut Trent Brown. Richie needs to declare if he's playing. I really don't think he's going to. Jets said they will franchise tag May. That is I thought he was unrestricted too. I could have read it wrong. That's on me. Morton from the Panthers. I'll have to look into that. Leonard Williams should be our number 1 target this offseason. He should be, and I really hope he is. I think Williams will be another joiner. Oh man, that's tough. We don't need any more joiners coming onto this team. Rich, man, I know that was you. I appreciate that. Please don't do that. You know I don't do it for that. Want to re-sign Good? I want to re-sign Good too. Cut Joyner and get Williams from free safety. Get Cut Joyner and get Williams from the Saints. I do like that kid, man. Now Watt's been New York Chiefs since 2017. We drafted him. Williams benefited from the rest of our defense while May stepped up. Like Jamal Adams left. Yes, he did. And, I mean, there was another one, Jamal Adams coming to the Raiders. It's like, dude, you can't go after these huge name dudes. Those guys, you have to have a team established. And, like, that's that piece you're grabbing to kind of fill it and push you over the top. We need to get, like, the structure pieces in here and get this defense rolling in the right direction. Defense wins championships, yes. Leonard Williams can get him for around 18 to 20 million for 4 years. Yes, he's asking 11 million. Like, straight up, that is his price tag right now. Signed Jamal Williams from Green Bay. Oh, damn you, Rich. Williams was a franchise tag this past season. Yes, he was, dude. I know that he's freed up and available. Who do you want at backup running back? I want to see us take somebody in like the 4th or 5th round, like late in that draft, and just get a big bruising back out of one of these, even if it's from a smaller college. Just somebody that can come in there and just wear out the interior of a defensive line and just punish them throughout a game when Josh Jacobs is off the field. And then come in there and be able to make those plays to where, like, he busted for 2 to 3 yards, but he hits 3 or 4 guys. And, like, then you bring Jacobs back on, you give it to him around the edge or up the middle. These guys are sick of getting hit. Then he has to make one move, and he's gone. And then you still have Jalen Richard out there to come in on thirds to be able to make those passes for you and be able to make things happen. Raider Scouts report, Mike scouting wide receiver Trevor Lawrence. No chance, dude. That dude's going number 1 across the top. O-side Adrian Peterson. He'll show no, dude. No Adrian Peterson. No Mark Ingram. I do not want to see that happen. Get Leonard Williams. Get Sherman this placement free safety. Then maybe bring in Watt. There you go, Black Mamba. Then we pretty much have covered every rumor. There's no chance we sling that kind of money. J.J. Watt's going to get paid way more than he deserves. Like, way more than he deserves. Would you rather have Booker back than Ingram? Yes, I would. I would openly say that. Oh, Edgar, what's happening, man? Sign Sherman or Peterson? Peterson's way too much money. You'd have a shot at Sherman because he's asking $7 million, but because of what Gruden said, I really think you're going to end up getting screwed if you go out there and do that. This car may break. Nah. Oh, a make or break season. This is a make or break season for Carr, especially if this defense is rolling. I will tell you that right now. But even if this defense completely sucks again, this will still probably be the last year for Carr if we don't make it to the playoffs. Free safety draft, Richie Grant. I like that, Mike. I'm not going to lie. I like both of these scenarios. Number one, move Joyner to safety. Sign Sherman, move Arnett to the slot. Number two, sign Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas might be done, man. The fact that he has not been out there playing in any of these games, getting signed later as these teams are making these playoff pushes, it sucks to say, man. I agree the defense. Oh, we need defense. No more excuses for DC. You can't. You could not have any more excuses for DC. Give Williams the bag. Give him something, dude. We could bring him in without having to break the damn bank. I changed my mind about Barrymore at 17. I'm glad you did, because I think they'll have a lot of better options at 17. Don't cut Mariota. No damn chance you cut Mariota. You either get value for Mariota or you ride him next season. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Cut Trent and Tyrell, make it happen. I think you will see that happen, man. And that's $22 million. And then we have to get, we're $7 million behind. So you're at like $18 million going in. And then you got one or two more cuts. You're already sitting there back at like 25, man. You could make a big thing. How much cap hit? If you got rid of Trent Brown and Ty Williams, you do not take a cap hit on either one of those. And there is no dead money on Mariota at all, like at all. Need a defensive tackle and a safety. I completely agree with that. If we can make those two things happen, you'd see a dramatic difference on this defense just right off the bat, like just right off the rip. But I really think we need to bring in a veteran cornerback, and I really think we need to bring in, I don't know, I say that we need to bring in another linebacker. I want to see somebody that's a little bit faster than Morrow, that's a little bit better in coverage. I really think Javen White could end up being that guy, but I think he's going to take more time to develop. And a guy like Tanner Muse, who missed the entire year, his next year is going to be his rookie year. And him and a guy like Abram are not on the same level. Like, he's going to take time to develop. So I'd really like to see one more linebacker brought on. No dead money on Ty Williams. No, there's not a dime. Linebacker, Zaven Collins out of Tulsa. D-Mac, I really like him. Everybody's been telling me he's not going to drop to 17. Okay, but why would you cut him? That's too much to sit on the bench. I'll give you that. Oh, Snide, what's happening? Damon Arnett is dropping rap singles. I slid into his DMs on Instagram to tell him to stick with his craft, and he threatened to kill me. Is that for real, Snide? That kills me, dude. Can't go after somebody when they're out there making their games. If you can't trade him, you can cut other players to free up the money. Now, I mean, at this point right now, like, his money's accounted for. Like, when you're looking at all these draft boards and like the Raiders are already over the cap, it's because like everybody's money is accounted for that's not a free agent next year. So if you just make a few cuts, you're right back out of this hole. And then I'd like to see Mariota stick around, man. If we can get value for him, I'll take it. But if we can't, let him ride the backup. It is what it is. And like the big running backs, the 4th or 5th rounds, I'll take that, man. That's really what I want to see come in. You don't cut Mariota, period? No, there's no reason to cut Mariota. Like, there none whatsoever. I completely agree. I went Trent, but we can get the restructure. If not, cut ties. If he restructured, so be it. If he's not willing to restructure, we need to cut ties and move on because he's not dedicated. Pass on Greg Roost. Tired of drafting ceiling players? Me too. Gruden Mayock have whiffed on some top picks late. They have. Joyner isn't worth the money. Don't give him. No, dude, 805, man. He's another one. You save 8. You end up taking a 2.5 million cap hit, so you're putting 6 in the bank once he's off the team. The dude has not shown up the past 2 seasons. I'm willing to give him a shot underneath the new coaching system because a lot of the dudes on this defense, I think, have a ton of talent, but it just totally pisses me off that they were getting coached by possibly the worst defensive coordinator in football. So I don't know, man. Alfred, what's up, dude? And thanks for making it out. Mark Ingram brings knowledge and leadership skills, big trust. I don't know, man. He's a dude that's just been beat out. He's been beat out on 2 different teams. I really think if you brought him on, he does bring that leadership, but it's just not. If you want it, dude, so be it. It's just, in my opinion, I'd say no. No dead money or Richie. There's no dead money on Richie, dude. Arnett is not dedicated after 1 season. No training camp, no preseason. Terrible coaching. I'm not worried about our now. I'm not worried about our rookies from last year at all. I give them a full pass with everything that they had to deal with going into that season. Sounds sick. I want to hear it. But man, Arnett kind of has some people's jobs on the line. Abram needs to step up too. Abram needs to step up in coverage in a big way, but I really like what he brings to this team. Arnett's ass just needs to stay healthy. I really want to see us bring in just a veteran cornerback. I want to see Prince stay on this team and just kind of let Arnett work behind him and just kind of work into the rotation. We'll just have to see. I'm not saying it. Listen to the Mayock interview and read between the lines. You have to with these guys because they're going to say the same line of shit every single time. You have to be able to read right down the middle and kind of jump into what they're actually saying because they make little hints at it. Inco retires and another $7 million cap saving. Yes, that is a straight fact, and I really think he's going to be done. The whole secondary needs better coaching and a better scheme. Even Mullen looked bad in zone coverage. They looked terrible in zone, terrible in zone. It was tough to watch from week in and week out, but I really think you're going to see a change coming in that direction. Got a feeling Arnett will be the player next year if we book of excuses like Cleve Farrell. I don't know, man. I really like Cleve Farrell. I think Cleve Farrell's done wonders for this team. I understand I catch so much shit every time I say that, but I really think that kid's damn good for what he does for this team. Mayock has been calling out Arnett, Ruggs, Abrams, and others. Typical postseason talk, yes. No, he called Arnett and Ruggs to step up and Abrams to stop being so reckless. Things that have to be said, man. Waller's best tight end, barely behind Kelsey. So best rap album in football. Victor, what's up, dude? I always like Mayock's draft. Takes best belong. Yeah, before he was with us, I'll give you that. Farrell actually improved. Dude, I like Farrell, man. And he missed 3 games. He did. He got that damn Rona going. Yeah, he did the same with Abram last year. Coaches need to talk yes, dude. Yes, they do. Oh, Christian, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it out. Jesse, what's happening? To be fair, the rookie year... No, dude, it's not. They did not have any of the things that the rookies normally have. That's why I said... Oh, man, you guys getting into it now. Settle yourselves. Yo, I heard Farrell was ranked 15th best edge rusher this year. He was, and it's and then they ranked him by the year 3 guys, and he was up on that list, man. I really like what Farrell brings to this team. I really think Mad Max... And I looked past his injury because he was playing with that torn labrum, which is the same thing that Ty Williams did the season before he ended up getting benched and missing the entire year. So I really want Mad Max to go out there and just completely heal before we start doing anything else. Because if we end up losing him too, then you're looking at Nazep starting these games. That dude, no. I really think Millis will fix a lot of these issues. I think Millis is going to work magic in this secondary. Farrell is going to ball. Oh, dude, he's going to ball out this year. I love Cleve, but he will never live up to the 4th overall pick. Dominic, I will agree with that. That I will completely agree with, but I do love that, dude. Oh, cool, Kev. What's happening, dude? Mayock and Gruden reach for Arnett and Lynn Bowden. Lynn Bowden was a terrible mistake. Just a terrible mistake. Arnett, I know we wanted that dude that ended up going to the Falcons. And then when the Falcons ended up plucking him, I think we just moved to the next best cornerback available, which happened to be Arnett. I think with time, Arnett's going to end up panning out and being fine. I really think he's going to be fine. Lynn Bowden was just a terrible mistake. Farrell is decent, but he's not worth the 4th overall. Cleve's just fine. Not worried about him, dude. You don't draft a run-stopping defensive end with the 4th overall pick. Had to play zone because the D-line sucks. Sign Williams and keep Beasley. Oh, man. Sign Williams, let Beasley go freaking ride someplace else to collect his next paycheck, and then sign Tack. And I really think you're making the right move there. We had to. Abram was his own worst enemy. Yes, he was. Farrell and Crosby are the future. I hope so. I hope it is. Oh, Mitchell, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it out. Victor, Foster Moreau is going to be a big upgrade over Witten. I'm really hoping that his ass gets back on the field. Back on the field and playing in this rotation consistently. Consistently to the point to where we can break Waller to the outside and start Morrow as that tight end spot. Because I really think that kid has that talent. Kid was special at LSU, man. Special. He has to be able to take over. We'll have A+ TDs next year. I hope you're right about that. I really think that kid's going to bust out. Julian, what's going on? No matter what we say about the players, up to Bradley and Gruden to get it right this year. Julian, you're 100% right. Didn't it work out for Lynn Bowden in Miami, so Gruden gave up on him too early? It worked out for him, but I really think that offense, the way that Miami's offense was structured to where it was kind of a more explosive, we're going to let the running back do a halfback pass. Gruden's going to do that maybe once a year. Miami was doing that running the Wildcats like on a consistent basis. So I really think it was just the coaching and the scheme that worked out a hell of a lot better for Lynn Bowden. But I don't know, man. I thought that kid did have some damn good talent, and I thought maybe we did blow our load too early. Abrams is a beast. We need the intensity on the field. He's not afraid. No, once you get Abrams' ass out of coverage and you have him playing just that top, just kind of roamer safety, a lot like Jamal Adams does, and like that is his job, you're going to see a big turn in that. We just have to have that safety behind him to cover that gap. Trent Brown was a joke once he got paid. I'm not arguing with that. I didn't want Arnett either. I wanted Kenneth Murray. I wanted Kenneth Murray so damn bad. Ron, what's happening? I don't know why. We have a good feeling in my stomach that Arnett is going to be a beast. I don't know. It could be a bubble gut. It's a fine line between bubble guts and a good feeling. Bowden was a bad pick. He was. Amik Robertson will play well next year. I really want to see what ends up happening with Amik. If we end up moving on from Joyner and then Amik ends up taking over that role in his second year, I really hope he pans out, man. The kid has the talent to do it. I worry about his size. I also think that Ruggs will be the next Cliff Branch. Ruggs, dude, I said this, I think it was like week 2 or 3. You can go back, dude. It's a video that's just all about Ruggs. And I said, there's going to be a point throughout this season and then going in the next year where everybody's going to start shitting on Ruggs and he's going to catch a bunch of hell because he's not going to be doing the number one things that we needed him to do, and he was going to be a bust in the first. And it's all coming through. It's all playing out, man. People need to get out that kid's back. That kid is going to show out, and he's going to show up, and there's not a doubt in my mind about that. We drafted Janikowski in the first round. Yes, we did. The leading Raider point scorer of all time. Hello, we need a linebacker. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Bring in Jeremiah from Notre Dame, man. You try not to start more than one new player on the offensive line a year. O-line needs continuity. Yes, it does. Waller needs that C. Yeah, give him that C on his jersey. Gabe Jackson needs to redo his contract. I'm curious to see if he would, man. Tanner Muse was a reach, and hopefully he can see the field, but I doubt it. I really like Tanner Muse. I'm not going to lie about that. I was pretty excited when we ended up locking him down in the 4th. But then when he ended up, was it foot, I believe? It's either a foot or a toe. And then ended up missing the whole season. I just want to see what he can bring to the table at this point. I feel like we already invested well at linebacker, get a D lineman. If Raekwon can work out, and I mean, you guys know how much I like Javen White. So, and then Mauro played pretty damn good. We got Littleton, we got Kukowski. I just want to see one more piece added, but we definitely need defensive linemen and safety before we need a linebacker. But if you can get one of those stud-ass linebackers that I've wanted for the past 20 years in the first round of the draft, I'll take it, dude. We needed a running back there, not a gadget player. Zach Moss, thank you. Biggest needs are defensive tackle, free safety. Don't want a rookie free safety. Don't cost us. You got it, dude. How is it a reach in the 3rd round? Top needs, safety, tackle, defensive tackle, edge, cornerback, and running back, and a guard. I mean, I think you can get by on a few of those positions, but there's a few that we desperately need. Dave, what's going on, man? I'm glad you can make it out to the show. Kenneth Gainwell can fill the role of Lynn Bowden. But that's the thing, we don't need somebody to fill that role of Lynn Bowden. We don't have that in this offense. As long as Gruden is our coach, you don't need a Lynn Bowden on your team. You need dudes that are playing their positions and can play them well and consistently. And then to have a dude that can come in there and just kind of wipe the floor as far as your backup running back. And I don't know, maybe Booker stays, Jalen Richard ends up going. I just don't see that happening because Gruden and Carr love Jalen Richard. So I see Booker getting moved on from. Ingold maybe gets a bigger role. I would love to see that. I don't know, man. There's a lot that can happen with it. Ruggs did not redshirt. He's still becoming a man. He's going to ball out this coming year. I'll give you that, dude. We don't need a linebacker. More accurately, we need a free... Yeah, dude, Costas, right. That's 100% it. All right, man, that's pretty much what I have for you guys tonight. I have to cut it early. Got a pretty big day tomorrow. It's the father-daughter dance, so I'll be dancing the night away with my little girl. So I'll probably be back on Sunday just checking in. I'm going to try to wrap up that defense, so please hit me up in the comment section. Let me know who you want to see at that cornerback spot instead of Sherman, and let me know who you'd rather see instead of May, even though May's the dude that I really want. I just want to take a look at it with a few different people and see if it works into the cap. Be sure to go check out Watts' video, and that's honestly what I'm going to go do right now before I go to bed. But until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. Thank you all so much for coming out. I really do appreciate it.